Welcome to the Flavor of Dining with Cincinnati Seasoned Restaurateurs. We have the honor of being at Tony's Steak and Seafood with Tony Ricci himself. Tony, hello.
Hi.
We would love to know how you got into the business of being a restaurateur.
That's a long story, but I'll make it very short for you.
Okay.
I was born in Italy, moved here when I was 9. Had to do 3 times the work as far as studying in school, whether it be grade school and high school. And by the time I got to the sophomore year in high school, I started developing an affinity for service. I was working in a delicatessen, stock boy, register, and I used to love talking to people. It wasn't too long after that to where a friend of mine got me a job at a retirement home on Shaw Avenue, Marjorie P. Lee. Started in the dish room, moved out in the dining room, found out that all the people there were on special diets, and I found out that I could get away with giving them extra syrup on their ice cream, and that's how they, I found out that that was something that I had to make people happy, if you will. And I carried that through, and I said, well, maybe this is the business for me.
And so how did you get to Cincinnati and start in the restaurant business here?
Moved to Toronto, Canada in 1968, spent 6 months there. My father found out that he was a U.S. citizen. His brother lived here, so we came here in the summer of '69. We applied for citizenship. It was granted to my father. My mother and I had to be naturalized, so we decided to stay here. So.
And then what after that?
I worked at Tony Roma's, came back home, always wanted to come back home. The Netherlands Plaza was opening up. I applied, they hired me. And then just started transcending. I always wanted to be in the hotel, but the restaurant business always called me. I think it's the people touching that was more important to me. And if you're a manager of a hotel, you don't really get to do that. If you manage a restaurant, you get to touch everybody that comes in. And I think that was what was more important to me, is talking to people, making sure that they like what you're offering, make sure they like the servers, make sure they like you and the restaurant. So that was what made me, lean towards the restaurant business.
And what was the next place you worked?
A friend of mine who owned Giacomo's restaurant, the Italian restaurant, they were going through some management problems. They said, can you come down here and just help us out? And I go, I really don't want to get into this business again, But again, it kept calling me. So it took them about 3 or 4 months to finally get me down there. I was down there for 4 or 5 months, and Ruby starts showing up. And he starts asking me to come to the precinct and manage the precinct. And because Chris Collinsworth had saw me working there. And I kept delaying him. And I said, I promised these people that I would be here for a certain time. And I was there. I met my obligation, and in February 1989 I went to work for the precinct. I was there for 20-some years, and the rest is history. So, and now I'm here.
And how did you start this vision?
I think it was always in me.
Yeah.
But I think every person that wants to do something on their own goes through a period of time that, do I want to do it? Don't I want to do it? And so on. And there's a sense of not scared, but can you do it? Almost.
Tell me about Tony's.
Tony's is a steak and seafood place with a little bit of Italian, a little bit of Mediterranean, thrown in there.
Tell me about the wine dinners.
Wine dinners we feature different wines from different countries, whether it be Spain, Italy, France, Argentina, all over the world. Okay, our next one, I believe, is Spanish wines. And we just don't only feature wines that we make wine. We are featuring great wines. We are featuring Muga. We are featuring Clio.
So tell me what types of steaks that you really are proud of.
All of them. Okay? I'm proud of my purveyor. I'm proud of the fact that they keep watch over our steaks.
What about your seasoning?
Very secret. Can't tell you that.
Tell me about your seafood.
Only the best. We get just as fresh seafood as anybody else in Cincinnati. We basically all use the same purveyors, okay? However, there's something a little bit different that we do, okay? I am not afraid to tell a table, I don't have this evening. when it comes to seafood. I want it to be as fresh as it can possibly be. And if it isn't, we're not going to get a whole bunch in. Okay, we're only going to get what we feel is the best. And we only serve that. And if we run out, we run out.
Any dish in particular that you're really excited about?
Sea bass especially, okay? It's just a good piece of meat, okay? And there's 3 dishes that Harvey really can't do anything with. The steaks are the steaks. And that's the sea bass and the lamb, 2 dishes, the sea bass and the lamb.
Give me the essence of the atmosphere here. You would describe like a Friday, Saturday evening.
I don't care how busy we are. I don't care how slow we are, okay? As a guest, if you like great food, and if you do like reasonable prices, and you want to get the most out of your buck that you can, this is the place to be. On top of that, you're going to get people that actually care, and we're not afraid to come up and say, how was your dinner?
What is your vision for Tony's?
So the vision is to obviously grow, and the vision is to build a team that can grow with me and make sure that they understand by actually watching me in the dining room how things not necessarily should be done, but they ought to be done from a guest point of view.
I am excited to be a part of a restaurant that, against a lot of odds, has really become a big part of the city, and we get to bring in excellent product and take care of it in an excellent fashion and really just give people in this area the best dining experience that they can imagine. I'm really proud of the service, and it's a fun change for me because for the first time really ever I've been able to be in an environment where I'm constantly working to make my food stand up to the level of expectations we give to our servers and our service staff. Once a month we do a big wine dinner where Shane, the GM here, brings in great wines, great people to talk about them, winemakers. And we usually do about 6 courses with 6 different wines, and it's really fun. Tony lets me do basically whatever I want with the food and really gives me a chance to kind of be myself in the food, and it's fun. We consider ourselves a teaching kitchen. We bring in and we try to teach each other the best way how to handle food and how to take care of things and what to access. It's important to us that we're constantly learning and getting better and getting better. And sometimes we learn from our mistakes, but a lot of times we just learn from the response of our clientele, our guests. We are lucky to have an open kitchen where we all kind of work as one big unit, and it's easy for us to see what's going on. The cannolis are phenomenal. I thought I had good cannolis before I came to work here, and then I had this one. It's traditional, it's beautiful. It's beautiful chocolate chips inside the cream filling. It's really something else. Tiramisu packs sort of a punch. Everyone likes it a lot, but you want to have more than 2 or 3 pieces. There's a lot of alcohol in it. We have the best crab cake in Cincinnati. We use a colossal lump crab, put Dijonnaise on the plate, a little bit of smoked paprika with a carrot and fennel salad, and it's baked, not fried. Our delicious sesame crusted yellowfin tuna. It has a braised red cabbage with red pepper flake, a little bit of cilantro, sriracha pepper sauce, and wasabi creme fraiche, and then a little bit of sweet soy. Our traditional 24-ounce porterhouse. It's about 16 ounces of strip, about 8 ounces of tenderloin. We broil and season it with Tony's distinctive steak dust, and we finish it with a little bit of clarified butter. Our delicious and huge portion of Chilean sea bass sits on top of sweet corn puree with a bit of arugula, wild herb salad on top of the fish with a little bit of white balsamic vinaigrette, and around the plate we have our lobster oil with Roman coriander.